Please come. Come in, please.
Sir, my name is BANAMALI SETHY.
Asantu, Mr. BANAMALI.
Thank you, sir.
BANAMALI, please introduce yourself.
Sir, my name is BANAMALI SETHY.
Yes.
I belong to Jajpur, Bori.
Very good.
And I completed my schooling and thereafter higher secondary education from Jajpur, Bori. And then I completed my BTech in mechanical engineering from College of Engineering and Technology, Odisha. Then after I joined SBI as junior associate.
Very good.
Then in 2019 I got selected for assistant section officer. Then I am pursuing that job till date.
Junior associate means?
Junior associate, similar to clerical job. Sir, my department is finance department. What's the secretary? Looks for one. Yes, sir.
Finance
Yes, sir.
Special paper?
Yes, sir.
Special paper कौन?
Optional. My optional are geography and home science.
Geography and home science.
Yes, ma'am.
So, BANAMALI, we are rather surprised that you are not preferring administrative services, but you are preferring financial services. That calls for some explanation.
So the reason being, I am already been engaged in this financial services. Particularly, I have been appointed as assistant section officer in finance department, and I am doing that kind of job. I mean, processing financial matters of various department files, and then I am also associated with preparing budget for Odisha government, and that's why I want to explore myself in financial services.
But in the process, well, that's all fine. You are interested in budgeting, you are learning. But in the process, you are denying yourself the vast theatre. The entire spectrum you are missing, because finance you get, if I may use the word, stuck in finance. That is the, yes, unless you fall in love with finance, because the administration is a very varied, huge thing. So you are denying yourself all the opportunities it presents for personal growth and serving the people.
Sir, particularly I love my job and I want to explore myself in this field only. And I think I can do better in this financial service only. I can take better decisions. I can manage.
Yeah, we can understand it, provided you have a finance or commerce background. You are an engineer, and that too mechanical engineer.
Yes, sir.
Mechanical engineer falling in love with finance, that's very difficult. And accounting. You are not a chartered accountant either, or economics, or commerce.
So mechanical engineering, frankly speaking, that after joining mechanical engineering, I found that this was not my cup of tea.
The point is, sorry to hold you here, when you have the chance, real chance of becoming the collector of a district, all said and done, district magistrate, district collector, he is the pivot. He is the fulcrum of all the development there. Your opportunities to serve the people, show your dynamism, make a difference on the ground, all these things you are missing out by opting out of the administration and confining yourself to finance, which is a part of the vast spectrum.
Sir, I believe that without finance anything can't happen. So whatever resources we have to manage it. Whatever resources we have to manage it effectively. And taking good financial decisions will much more help.
And that leads us to the economy of Odisha. Do you think it is a healthy state? our state budget, our economy, the way we are managing our economy, our budget. Are you happy with that, or do you have any suggestion?
I have a lot of suggestions to do.
Oh, yes.
Actually, we are our state are expecting more than the current generation. We are in debt actually while preparing budgets. We have realized, and particularly there are certain sectors like mining sector or agriculture sectors.
Yeah, they're very interesting. We'll stop there so that we can concentrate. As you rightly said, mining is a very, very crucial sector.
Sir.
Why are you unhappy? What are the deficits that you find there?
So actually, every year we forecast a fixed amount of money to come in our budget system, but actually we don't make that amount.
But why? If you can go into that area, that's a very interesting.
There might be some policies, state government policies, and that hamper the income, and there might be field level corruptions and ineffective management and
Very interesting what you say. In fact, now I think the conversation is getting to be very, very interesting. And you say finance is a thing, everything, and then we are there. Can you do anything to control those factors? There is pilferage or mismanagement, some corruption going on, and it's a very crucial area, very crucial sector to the economy of Odisha.
Of course, sir, finance department has time to time issued guidelines, particularly for those executive officers to implement those policies effectively, so that we can expend less and earn more. And there are certain particular guidelines and guidelines that based on which we scrutinize the government policies to how to rationalize our resources and
So you mean to say the career progression, you will be in the finance department, deputy secretary, additional secretary, special secretary, isn't it? That's what you mean. So you will have a better control over the. Okay, now I get one. Ma'am, you can please.
You are working digitally or following the old method?
So actually, Odisha government, there are 43 departments. Out of 43 departments, mainly finance and planning and conversations departments are 80% works are being done digitally. Because other departments send their files, after processing their files, they send digital. There is software called OAS.
Where you are working?
I'm Luxor.
Luxor, good sir.
Yes, sir.
So you can.
So they send us files and through virtual files, and we scrutinize it, observe, send our observations, views, and mostly digital.
You are posted in a remote village. How can you work? There is no net. You can't work digitally. So pen and paper is necessary. Old method you must follow. So how you work? Paper लिखिबो जानिबो फाइल करिबो. So how it is easy for you?
When I first joined, there were some senior officers. They have taught us how ancient methods are there. I have also
How to work digitally?
How to work with those ancient
Old
methods, conventional methods.
So they don't know.
I have
Your
no.
seniors?
Actually, when I joined, there were some seniors. They have taught us, they have trained me, and then they have
Old
retired.
method of work. Then
I have done some files regarding in those conventional files. They are mostly case files from Health and Family Welfare Department. The Advocate General sends us some DAX, and then we process those files all manually. Then we give it to our next hierarchy. Then whatever order passed, then we later issue letter manually, then send it to person concerned. So I have.
Then you can manage.
Yes,
Sir was asked you, so about why you chose policy. finance service. There is a term in income tax department. We say revenue is the backbone of administration. You can use that word. Revenue is the backbone of administration. Without revenue, you cannot function this country. That is what I did say. That is what Kautilya said.
Yes.
To Sanskrit term, we have to translate it in English. That was what Kautilya said. Without revenue, nothing can work. The country has to work with revenue. You actually, I am from income tax department.
Sir.
So as an IRS officer, I can say we contribute a lot to the country. Just that it's not visible. So that is our question. And so I just told you just you can leverage your point because definitely they are going to ask you about this and all. And yes,
So what should be the answer, sir? Tell me, what should be the answer?
Same, but in addition to this thing, we are convinced that you have a genuine love for finances and to safeguard the finances and augment the finances. You feel there is a scope. We are convinced. But in addition to that, is there at the back of your mind, yes, I want stability for my family. I want to be in the Bhubaneswar, the advantage of a city. Is it also an additional factor? If that is so, then you must not withhold it from the board. Otherwise they will think that you are not being genuine. So now we are convinced you have a genuine love for the department and you mean to put in your best and you are going to apply your mind, you are devoted to your department. We are convinced. But at the same time we have a nagging doubt, is that sufficient for this young man? Or he has a long-term vision which is very legitimate. Because I am also worried about my family. I want stability. And from a materialistic point of view, a stable family where I want the advantages of a city life also, to be honest with you, sir, you can say, they will appreciate that honesty, provided that is also an additional factor. That may not be the main factor. Because one thing very important is, it's not an academic discussion. Here we are assessing the personality, whether he is a very genuine, honest person, speaking his mind, or he is withholding something. Because you should come across as an honest young man.
Yes, sir.
Which is quite natural. Supposing you prefer, it will also give you as a very family type of man. He is not enamored. There are many ways they will appreciate it. Provided you are very sincere, there are multiple. This is also a very valid view. Because you have a duty. Before your duty to society, you have a duty to the family. There is no doubt. We may not mention it, but that is a fact. We owe the paramount duty to the family. There is no opposition, there is no contradiction there. I must take care of my family and also there is, without prejudice to, yes, there is no contradiction there. They are quite compatible.
Yes.
But your first duty, you have to take care of them. And suppose a young man, you think long ahead, my children, they should have good schooling there. No harm in that. That means you are not thinking in selfish terms. I want to be a collector. That it has its own perspective, multiple perspective. But then if that is also a factor, additional factor, then do not hesitate, don't withhold it. They may not appreciate it. Supposing you have an ailing parent, a hospital, obviously, because as a young man you need to go to Koraput. So I would like to serve the people, but then that will come in the way of my serving my old father, ailing father, and already under treatment. So be genuine, authentic, honest. They are all old people, they will know. They may not say it. Like madam asked me, so I said. Otherwise I had my nagging doubt. Yes, this is genuine, but you must have some additional factors.
Honestly speaking, members have their own opinion, but that should not stop you from saying the truth. And it's and everyone see this is just a service. The government is asking you to opt for it. It's your choice. It's your convenience. So you have to give a convincing answer. It should not look flimsy. He has no clarity. Like I faced it initially, but once you concretize it. Once you start to feel, this is the reason, like you are very much interested. I have examples.
Yes, because that will give additional, yes, he is a dutiful son. He's a dutiful father. You are thinking of the past generation, my ailing father and mother, and the children to come. So you are a solid person. You are very dependable. You think long term.
No, ma'am.
You are not married. That doesn't matter. Possibly we are.
Yes.
Okay.
And every job has an opportunity to help you to serve your society. And never ever be defensive about it. See, OAS will obviously will give you the best opportunity because the nature of job is such that.
Sir.
That doesn't mean that in OPS or an OFS, you won't give it. Okay. That is then when doing something for the society varies from person to person. So that these things you should just keep in
Sir,
mind.
actually I was skeptical whether I should say that I will be get posted.
No, never feel shy about it. One example, sir, is there. In our batch, 41th rank in UPSC, she got into IRS. General tendency you will see, IAS is the first choice, then your IPS foreign service, then IRS. She opted for IRS and she got very good marks in interview. These kind of choices, either they bring your marks to 0 or 200 plus.
Yes.
Her only reason was that my husband is settled in Gurgaon, I want to be near her. She herself was serving as an SDM in our state services. So she has already done the job. She doesn't want that. So she simply conveyed that. When she conveyed, she got 200 plus. As simple as that. There is no harm in that. It has to convince you. You should be truthful. Even when someone is asking you, here in IAS or OAS, people are saying, we want to serve the society. That thing is there, but your actual intentions. Why do you want to be? Because when you are leaving a very lucrative job and coming to an administrative services, there has to be some other reasons. Social respect, there is nothing wrong. Even sir, when he appeared or I appeared, we always crave a bit about social respect. Who do not serve?
Yes, that reminds me. I left a service, equal service, after 4 years. There were many questions even after I came into the Odisha state. My answer was simple. I know that is an service and I am leaving 4 years service. I am losing on so many counts. But the reason was my father, from a rural background, he preferred this service. That's all. And I respect my father. And his wish, though in my own left to myself, I would not have left. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Because we have a duty also. That then you may come across a man who is mindful of your other dimensions. Your duty to the society is not necessarily at the expense of your duty to your family. There is no contradiction. There is no incompatibility. So this is a good opportunity. If it's the karan thibo, then you say that.
That means you want to be or not. If you want to face the challenges, then you can opt.
So, आपने कहीं पर भी sir, while I have all respects for Odisha administrative service and I know the prospects and all, but somehow having come here, I have taken a liking to this thing. And in addition, it has also the advantage of a stable career, stability of home, and all this, which was also a factor which weighed with me. Speak the truth. Honesty is the best policy. But we are not all of Mahatma Gandhi's when his son wanted to go to college, he said, go to jail, that will teach you more. South Africa. He's a different father, but we are not. Okay. So there is no time, there are many people waiting, we could have engaged, there are so many questions to be asked, but then you come across as a very deep personality. So when is your interview?
21st.
8 days are left. Just to read the Samaj paper, English, which English daily you read?
So Indian Express.
Indian Express. So, national, international and local. Banya Hitla. Even today, our preparedness, disaster management, we are one of the best in the world. So what exactly disaster? How did we manage? 1999, it was a total communication failure. No contact. Now we are masters. Prediction, course, prevention, shelters, warning system, all those things. Get into the nitty-gritty. Since you are already in government service, some you may not be able to answer, don't bother about them. Those questions for which you have answer, how well you say that, how committed you are. You will do very well. You should get more than 200. Okay? Any questions? Any further time? Aditya, all the best, Banamali.
You prepare well geography वगैरह सब. हमारा time कम अच्छी तो question वैसे बच्चे geography.
We have not touched anything at all. Basically, we stopped with this thing. But this is the trend.
Geography वगैरह में ठीक है केमिकल वगैरह तभी देखिए topography कौन आपने
आपनोरा hobby कौन है?
Geography,
मैंने basic जिन सब ना ओडिशा रा topography at least you should be knowing about Odisha. Topography हमारे economics, travel वगैरह के area idea क्या पड़ी. It's just जुड़ा है ना हमारे state रो main geographical things, human geography and physical geography. both are.
आपन को डिस्ट्रिक्ट कहले?
Sajjapur.
कौन रिवर होची, ट्रिब्यूटरीज मुझे पचार.
सब अधिया कौन अच्छी? Who units अच्छी? कौन industry?
Sir, industry is mainly based agricultural.
our industry बहुत अच्छा.
Industry recently developed हुई कलिंगनगर area.
Mining?
कलिंगनगर
mining तो उठा अच्छी. Stone crusher कुछ देखती है? crusher सीधा.
Ferrochrome industry.
Stone crusher units mostly mining units. बहुत अच्छा. अब वो illegal mining चल रहा है. तो एक चीज टिकट जाने का है just.
Okay? All the best, Banamali. ये कोरोना टाइम में हाथ शेक करी बट I felt like okay. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All the best. God bless.